So I just realized I could do the strip down challenge right now, and I'm not stripping because that's not my job. Like the strip down challenge, where you do a long video, unedited, and you talk about something, whatever you want the fuck to talk about. So I'm gonna give myself the time to talk about my past because that always seems to travel along with me, and that's the one thing that still to this day bothers me, specifically my father. So, and I feel like my father every time I wear this fucking hoodie because he always wore this fucking hoodie. Um, but I haven't really like told a lot of people why my dad is not in my life. I just say he's just not in my life. He's an asshole. And I'll leave it at that because I don't want to get too in depth because I told myself in therapy, which he caused, kind of most of it, um, that I don't want to talk about him anymore. Like I'm done. I'm over it. If I say I'm over him and the situation, then I should be able to live my life without, having to explain myself every time. But I kind of realized it's not that I'm explaining myself. I'm letting people know what I went through because not everybody goes through that. And I've realized that there are people who go through worse and there's people who go through not worse because I don't know what the word is as of right now. But you know, some a child, and then everybody's specific. It gets down to the person as well because sometimes it can affect the person differently depending on the person and depending on the situation. Like my one friend was in my situation, she'd be just fine, but it's me, I'm not because I'm a sensitive person, but I'll get into it in a minute. So I'll just start from the beginning of how, or I don't know where to start. I usually just start off like he's just an asshole. Like I don't understand how someone can be so mean, so ignorant in both terms of the definition, and I don't know how someone can just be that cruel to a person. Um, he was no alcoholic or drug addict. He did not, hit me with glass bottles or, I'm grateful for that he didn't do take it to that extreme level, but he took it to other extreme levels that he shouldn't have. For me, knowing how I was raised, the way my mom raised me was the perfect way to raise me. The way he raised me was not. Because he thought because I'm a boy, he can be rough and tough with me. He thought that, which is not his fault. He thought that being disciplinary works. And I mean disciplinary as in like, yelling at me, using force, um, like being a authoritative figure. Like he's the dictator. It's his way or the highway. And he that was true. And I'll get into that. But my mom, she did not raise me in that way. She raised me in a loving household. If she had to hit me, she'd hit me, but it wasn't she barely hit me as a child. Barely, because I dealt with it so much with my father. She didn't have to. And plus, I wasn't a bad child. To this day, I was not. You can ask my family, I wasn't bad. Yes, I would throw a temper tantrum every now and then. That's what kids do. But the way my dad took it, it just took it to a whole nother extreme. Like, like for instance, I played track and I played football. I hated both. Mainly because I just hated it. Like, I just did not like it. I sucked in both. I always came in last because I'm not a fast person. I'm not fast nor am I strong. So at that age, I'm like, I don't know what and he put me in both because he said that it will teach you discipline, it will teach you this and that. But I'm like, none of that was taught to me. I didn't take it seriously because I hated it so much. I mean, I took it seriously because if I didn't take it seriously, I would get yelled at afterwards. But I just hated it. Like it was not my forte at all. Like my favorite sport was soccer, and that was because I chose soccer. Not that I would like it because I like playing kickball and stuff. I fell in love with the sport, but at the same time, it's like I'm not a sports person. I'm a creative person, so I need a creative outlet, not a sport outlet. So, anyways, he was really rough with me. I thought he was abusive. Maybe he's not abusive. Maybe to someone who didn't have us like I don't know, because in the black community, technically he's an okay father, depending on the person and what they went through as a child. But in other parts of race and stuff like that, they might look frown upon it because of how he did it. So is it up to whoever views the situation? But for me, I think he abused me because I'm damaged. And to me, abuse is like to the point, like domestic abuse or like physical abuse. If you damage someone, it's abuse. Like if I'm damaged, I should not be damaged by you trying to parent me. That should not be a thing. I'm not. My mom does not damage me. Okay, she does not. She damages my things sometimes, but like she or beforehand, because now that I'm older, I learned and I'm not stupid anymore. But you don't have to damage a kid. A kid. You don't have to damage a kid in order for them to respect you, because you shouldn't have to demand respect by force. My mom did not have to demand respect by force. That was never a thing. Nobody in my family ever hit me because they said, "Oh, you don't respect me." That's never been a thing. With him, that's how he, I guess, grew up, which I cannot blame him for. That's how he grew up. But to me, if you don't like what's being done upon you, why would you repeat the same process? That's so stupid to me. How can you repeat the same damn process that you went through as a child and then do it to me? I mean, if you're not damaged, that's fine. But you need to take in consideration your child's personality. Like, I'm a very, very, very touchy, sentimental person. Like, I cry when I think of my future kids. I cry every time I see a Christmas tree because I freaking love Christmas trees. Okay, not really, but like, I like family shit. And he just, no. Like, he is not sentimental at all. He does not even say, I love you. Um, So I didn't get that from him. So I don't love him. I can't. Like, I don't feel nothing. Oh, you do if he dies. If he was to die, to be quite 110% honest, I would be relieved. That's how sad that our relationship is. If he was to pass away, like if he got shot or something, like hopefully he doesn't, because nobody deserves to die like that. Um, but he's a cop, so I mean, it can happen, but knock on wood once more. But I shouldn't. Fuck, now I lost my train of thought. Oh well. Anyways, back to the original because I forgot what the fuck I was talking. Oh, I wouldn't feel anything. I'd be sad about the fact that he didn't get the chance to change, but I don't think he will. Um, but I mean, I wouldn't be sad that he's gone because I would be relieved because I feel like to this day, I feel like at any moment he can bust through my dorm room door and start yelling at me and beating on me because that's what I'm used to. Whatchamacallit. Like other people will say like, "Oh, I'm a pussy." Oh, like I need to man up. First of all, manning up is a social construct for masculinity. I am not masculine. Like I'm not like a stereotypical male. Like I am a mixture of both feminine and masculine. Like I can't just not be sensitive. Like I just can't. I wear my heart on my sleeve. Like if I would get yelled at by a friend, I would feel hurt and I feel like you don't care for me anymore. Of course, that's my insecurities playing into the part, but I would still be hurt because, you know, I don't want my friends yelling at me. That means I did something wrong. And if my friend is yelling at me for something I did and they're upset about it, that makes me upset because then I feel like a bad friend. But I mean, But he gave me anxiety. He gave me depression. He gave me suicidal thoughts. Wow. He gave me insecurity. He gave me not liking male figures. Because I don't like if I was to choose between a male and a female, as like a teacher, I would choose female every single time because I don't feel comfortable. Um, I'd rather have a female because they're most of the time they are more loving. They show more, affection, than males do. That's just how I still think, even though that's not true, but I'd rather go to a female than male. It just depends on the teacher as well. But now I just go for, if they're funny or not, or if they're animated, because I don't like boring teachers. I can't learn off of boring teacher. I mean, I can, but off topic. Anyways, I'm just gonna let this go to like 15 minutes or whatnot. But he damaged me in such a way that I don't like. I've come back from it because I don't think that way a lot anymore. Like I don't like want to kill myself anymore often as I did. Like now it's probably like once a month I think of it, but it's not like, and plus I tell myself like, no, you don't. Shut your ass up. You do not want to kill yourself. You like yourself too much. And plus, you did not spend all this money to go to this damn school. So like no. But on a serious note, like I wanted to kill myself every time I went over to his house. Of course I didn't, but like I didn't know I wanted to kill myself. Because all I would say is like, I just want to leave. I don't want to be here anymore. And I'm in the house, but it started to grow into something deeper. Like I was just tired. I was tired of always having to go there and wanting to run away. Like I just hated it. I felt so trapped. Like I couldn't go anywhere. And then if it was me and him in the house, I would be so scared. Not that he's gonna kill me or anything, but like I just did not want to deal. Like, no. That's why like I always stuck with my stepsister. Like I to me she was like my backup. Even though she probably wouldn't have backed me up out of fear, but I felt comfortable around her. And then also my stepmom when I was over there. I was more comfortable around them because they somewhat felt like my real family back home. Because that was not my home. That was not my house. That was not my home. But to me, they were the closest thing to home because they were Puerto Rican and like I don't know, they just remind me of my family sometimes. And it's just like I always like I felt comfortable. But I wasn't even comfortable in the house with them until a point. I didn't start getting comfortable until I like turned 12 or 13, 14. It took me that long, and I was going over his house starting at age 7. So 7 years later, I'm just now getting comfortable with them. And what I mean by getting comfortable, I started acting more myself. And I was just like I was really quiet. I would stay to myself. If my sister wasn't around, like I would just stay in my room or I would watch TV, and I wouldn't talk to anybody because I did not want to be there. But after a while, I'm like, I mean, I'm gonna be here for a couple. Like I'm almost done here, so I might as well just give up on trying to, you know, be whatever. So then when I started acting myself, they thought that I was acting out of character. They thought, why are you acting like this? And one time I think I said because I'm acting myself. I didn't act myself before. And I remember I forgot who asked me. They asked me like, why don't you just feel comfortable? I'm like, I don't know. And that was my answer. I knew the answer. I just didn't want to get in trouble because every time I thought I went over there, I thought I would get in trouble because I did. Every time I got in trouble. And it makes me so mad. Like, why? Why does my 7-year-old self or 10-year-old self like go over there and then as soon as I go over there, I throw up or I get scared or I hope and pray that I'm like, please do not let him be here. Like, let him be at work when I get there so I can like calm myself down. And sometimes that wasn't the case. And I would just be so nervous. Like, why? Why? Like, I'm going to get in trouble. I know I am. And it's not because like, oh, well, you're not going to get, no, I knew I was because it never failed. Even when I said, okay, I'm not going to get in trouble, I still got in trouble. Like, I don't know why. I don't know if he's just one of those people that he takes his anger out on people and he just chose me of all people. But I was not the person to take your anger out on. I was not. Like, if I can speak to you directly right now, first of all, I wouldn't know what I want to do because one time I said I would want to fight you for everything you've done to me. Another time that I just wouldn't even want to speak to you because you don't deserve my apology or you don't deserve anything from me. You don't. To this day, you don't deserve anything from me. And I don't deserve your last name because your last name, not the family's last name, your last name, since you want to make it so damn special, that's not my last name anymore. That has never been my last name. You made it into something that it's not. But everybody else in your family or in our family, They don't, it's just the last name and they're proud of being that name. I was too, to an extent, up until you ruined it for me. To this day, and it still bothers me that I do this. I ask people, do they know you? And it makes me happy that they know who you are. But at the same time, it doesn't, because like you ruined my life, you ass. You ruined my life, or let's say my like emotional life. I have so many issues because of you, because you decided to do the things and say the things you wanted to do. Also, thank you for most likely getting me into NHS, because I wrote about you. I wrote about how not to be a father, because you showed me how not to be a father. You showed me that I need to show my kids love. You showed me that I need to never, ever yell at them for something fucking stupid like you would do. I know that I will show my kids so much love that they will probably go to school like, oh my God, my dad is so overwhelming. But I love it because he shows me so much love. And I understand why, because his dad didn't show him a lot of love. I'm not a tough love person. Never will I ever be a tough love person. I'm a sentimental love person. I like getting hugs. I like being told I love you. No matter how many times you fucking say it, I don't give a fuck. I want, like, it doesn't, I'm going to probably say, can you please stop? I know, I know. But I appreciate that later, that you said that to me. But you, on the other hand, thought it was okay to not do that. You thought that it was okay to treat me terrible because you thought it was okay. I was going to learn from it. Also, thank you for making me think that I was a bad fucking person, because I'm not. Because you thought, oh, the way that you're acting now, you're going to go to jail. You're going to do this. You're going to die when you get older. Um, Am I dead yet? Am I in trouble? No. So you fucked up there, and that in turn caused me to be like a bad person, as in like towards my mother and whatnot, because you put that in my head that I'm going to grow up to be a bad person. I'm going to grow up like you did, and I did not grow up like you did. I grew up a lot better than you did, because I am not an asshole to any of my friends, people, family members, none of them. I will never, ever I will never disown my son just because he goes against what I fucking believe. That's how he is. So I'm sorry that you can't handle that I'm gay. I'm sorry that you can't handle that, or that your daughter that is no longer your daughter because you had to do the same thing to me that you did to her. That is your fucking daughter. And you cut her off all because she has a fucking boyfriend and she didn't fucking tell you. You're fucking dumb. Now look, you paid the price. You no longer have a family because of that. Karma has came and it got you, and it got you good. Does anybody deserve like, that? No. But you know what? Karma came and it came and got you, because that shouldn't be a thing. You shouldn't drive people out your life because of that, because of how you are. If you see this, I hope you change, because I really, and don't even contact me. I don't give a fuck about you. I really don't. But I hope you go apologize to them, because they mean a lot to you and you mean a lot to them. You need to apologize and get better terms with them. Not me. We're done. We're through. I don't give a fuck about you anymore. But you need to apologize. You need to get your wife back. Tell her you are sorry for everything you've ever done to her, her family, everything, because she does not deserve that. She does not deserve to be unhappy because of you. If she's happy now, great. If she's not happy now, see if you can fix it. Don't just sit there and think it's all okay, because it's not. It is not okay. It is not okay to break apart a family because your selfishness. That's one thing I would never do as a father. What the fuck do I look like being the way that I'm set up, disband my fucking family because of my views? No, that is not going to happen. If I'm going to have to suppress my own views to keep my family, then I will, because I love them way too fucking much to just let them go. So just to end that rant, you're an asshole. I hope you change for the better, because if not, then I don't know. That's upon God and what He has intended for you. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have my 4 kids that you thought I wouldn't have because I'm gay. I will have my house. I will have my beautiful husband that I will love fucking dearly. I will see my family every time because I love them. I will tell them I love them. Okay? So by you telling me that I need to have 3 kids, 2 of them being boys, 1 being girl, to pass on the Marcella name. Also, just that would not be the last name. So Don't think that you can search me up with the last name, because that will not be a thing. Once I get married, it'll be either his last name or the last name that I chose. So, because that means a lot to me. But I'm not gonna push it like you did. So just so you know, I'm good. I'm Gucci. I'm living my life happy, without you, and I'm happy about that. So I think I'm done. I feel like I talked a lot, and it's already 20 minutes, and this is gonna be a long ass video to upload. But I mean, hey, bye guys, peace out.